Today, we are talking about something that is so important in life. Whether you're on the self-love journey, self-discovery, healing, or just period, to be honest. I think that having the ability to not settle, to not give up, and to always desire more and to pursue more in life is extremely important. Today, we are diving deep on the topic of not settling for less. Okay, in life, it is so easy to settle, to give up, to put your dreams, your desires to the side, to think that what you want is too much. It's easy to think that your needs, your standards are too high. And it's even easier to think that you don't deserve it, especially when you look around and you don't see anyone close to you who have obtained the things that you desire. Well, the fact is, some of the things that you desire are just for you. Some of the things that are in alignment for your life, for your destiny and your purpose, is just for you. And you could very well be in a space or in a surrounding of people who cannot see your vision, who don't understand it. And the one that is kind of the worst of those people who will not partake in your vision, those people who will not be a part of the journey. So you see, it's easy when you're sitting around these type of people to begin to settle, to begin to doubt yourself. Heck, most people start to give up. They start to think that the thing that they want, it's unattainable. But this message here today is to tell you, do not settle. Do not give up. Do not sell yourself short. Because what you want is in the cards for you. But you have to keep chasing for it. You have to keep going towards it. You have to stay motivated and dedicated and determined on getting it. The moment that you say, you know what? Maybe what I want is too much. Maybe I'm asking for too much. Maybe it won't come. When you start doing that, you start to move it farther away from you. You start to move your dreams farther away from you. You start to move your goals farther away from you. See, I believe that we have to keep our eye on the prize no matter what. This looks many different ways. So today we are going to be diving into not settling for less. Why we settle for less. Why we start to let go of our dreams and our desires, our wants, our goals. Why do we do that? And how can we stop doing that? Because honestly, what is the purpose of life if you are not in pursuit of your version of happiness? Stay tuned. To all my first timers here on Heal Selfie TV, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you find it comfortable here. I hope that you love the energy and the vibes and you make it your home. Each week, I come in and I talk about different things on the healing journey, different things to help us elevate, to stay motivated, to stay determined and pursuing who we came here to be. And if you have been here with me for a while, welcome back. It is always a pleasure. See, on this self-love journey, it is difficult. We get so many challenges. We get so many obstacles that we need to face. Every time you turn around, there's a new test. There's a new level. But look here, as long as you are elevating, as long as you are climbing, pursuing, and moving forward, you are growing and you are getting closer to your destiny. But the thing is, if we are not self-aware and if we don't pay attention, we can get stuck and begin to settle for less than we deserve. If you begin to settle and you start to forget what this life is about for you, if you start to forget what it is that you're supposed to be pursuing because you are fighting fear, low self-esteem, low confidence, right? And maybe none of that. Maybe you're fighting the energy of other people, the naysayers, the haters, right? The ones that are around that's there, that's trying to knock you off your hustle, right? Maybe you are surrounded by people who don't believe in you. But guess what? They are there for a reason. They are fuel that keeps your fire burning if you let it. When we face adversity and we are up against challenges and struggles and hard energy, that is the muscle builder. That energy, those people, those places, they're there to build the muscle. They are not there to validate your reason for settling for less. If you find yourself in a situation, in a relationship, in an opportunity, in an encounter where you feel like you are not getting what you deserve, that you are not fully satisfied, that the thing, place, people, opportunity is not fulfilling your needs, that is an alert. It is an indicator that it's time to grow. It's time to go to the next level. Now, I know the way I'm making it sounds easy. I know that I'm making it sound so good. All right, the next level is coming. But in reality, it's not. It's hard to look at the people, places, and things around you and realize this is not going to be here long. This is not going to work. But when you take the challenge and say, I am going to be my best version, I am going to keep growing, I am going to keep learning, I am going to keep pursuing, that is how you win the game. So many times we are put in situations and put around people that are there to make the energy stagnant, right? Sometimes the energy can be very stuck. And you feel like, how can I get out of this? How do I shake it up? How do I break the mold to get out of this stuck energy? Well, there's going to be some sacrifice. You got to ask yourself, if you are not fully satisfied, what does satisfaction look like for you? What does it feel like, right? Because a lot of times when things start to change and it's time to go to a next level, we start to feel uncomfortable. We start to feel like bored. We start to feel like the energy and the people, they're just not giving us what we need. Sometimes it's a place. Sometimes it can be in your own home, right? Sometimes you got to move some things around. You got to do some deep cleaning or some decluttering. You got to get rid of some things. But this energy, when you feel it, it is a prompt to say, are you ready for the next level? Are you ready for the next thing? A lot of times this also comes with an energy of fear. Sometimes we get scared because it's like, oh, we're getting ready to go into the unknown. We're getting ready to go to a next level, something we've never seen or something we've never done. But I'm here to tell you, do not settle. Do not settle, because your best is yet to come. I know you can't see it. I know you can't really imagine it. And I know that the next level is going to require something from you that you haven't given up before. But even with all that nerves and that fear, you have to turn that into your power. You have to turn that into a gift, right? When you feel this energy, it is not the answer to take back what you asked for, right? For example, say for instance, you asked for a new job and you went and you applied for the job, and then you put in the application, they give you a call and say, yes, we would like for you to come in. And they say, well, the job or the position that you applied for is actually no longer available. but we do have a supervisor position available that we think you would be a great for. Now, immediately you'd be like, wait a minute, I wanted a new job, but I didn't know that they was going to ask me to be a supervisor. I didn't know that they was going to need me to overlook other people and to run things and to be in charge of things. I mean, that's going to be more responsibility. That's going to require more from me. I just wanted to be a secretary, right? Where I could just sit at the desk and just, do the paperwork and file some things and be good. But now I'm being asked to be a supervisor. Now, a part of you might be excited, but I know a big part of you might even be scared. But then I need you to ask yourself, are you willing to go to the next level, or will you settle for less? Will you deny the opportunity altogether because it's not what you thought it would be? Will you challenge yourself to go to the next level, to become a better version of yourself, to learn new things? Will you have the confidence to take on the new challenge? This is what I want you to think about, because it's easy to settle for less. It's easy to shrink yourself and say, I'll just deal with this. This is what I've always had. I'm comfortable here. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to shake it up. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to put myself out there. What if I fail? That's easy work. That's light work. The average person does that every day. But are you willing to be average, or did you come here to be better than that? This comes in many different forms. I hear people that have been heartbroken multiple times in and out of relationships start to give up, start to settle, start to feel like, because I'm getting older now, or because I've been through so many relationships, I'm just going to be by myself. Or they might get with somebody that they don't really like, and then they're in that relationship and it's like, I don't really like them that much, but it's better than being alone. You see people who will get in friendships where they want more from the friendship. They want to connect. They want to have a deep connection with the friend, but the friend is a surface friend. The friend only talks about gossip and surface level things, and it never really fulfills the person. They're like, this friend, she's okay. I mean, she answers when I call. She comes when I want to go somewhere, but the connection is not really there. But, I just deal with it anyway. It's better than not having any friends, right? These are all different versions of how we settle. Or I'll give you another one. You go to the grocery store and you know that you want to eat organic. You know you want to eat the good stuff, but you be like, I don't want to spend that extra 50 cents for the avocado, the organic avocado, right? I don't want to spend the extra $1 for the alkaline water, right? These things they may seem small, but they are big in the long run. Every time you settle for less, you rip at your inner core. You rip at your self-esteem. You tear down your confidence, and you start to reshape yourself into someone you won't even recognize. Okay? This settling for less is over with. Okay? Here on this channel, it is important for us to be growing and evolving. And the fact of the matter is, there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to make it. It just is what it is. Because when you start changing, you start evolving, your standards start getting higher, you start wanting more out of life. Oh, some people gonna get mad. There are even going to be people who try to put you back in your place and be like, who do you think you are? Right? I've been with you this long. I've known you this long. You think you can just change up? You think you can just switch up? Yes, I can. Watch me. You understand? You have to have that fire and that compassion for yourself and that energy to say that no one and nothing will stop me from getting what I deserve. Right? Going back to the job application, in this scenario, what you would do is say, sure, I would love the opportunity to be interviewed for the supervisor position. Now, the moment you hang up, you go and look up all the research you can look up on a supervisor. How does a supervisor behave? What are the thoughts of a supervisor? What are the skills of a supervisor? How would a supervisor handle situations? Anything that you feel you need to know, you go research it and you do the work to put on the mentality and the energy and the confidence of the supervisor. Because the next level always requires more from you. And it requires for you to move some things, some people, and some places out of the way so that you can reach the next level. Okay? And this happens internally before it happens externally. You have to be able to have the mentality that you are ready for the next level before the next level presents itself. When you hear the saying, you create your reality, you do it with your thoughts. So for example, if you are sitting and thinking, I can't do this, I don't know if I will, I don't know if I can, I don't know if I should, all those I don't knows, replace them with I know I can, I know I will, I know that I can make a way, I know I can find a way. You have to build that confidence. And the moment you start retraining your thoughts, changing the way that you speak to yourself, the opportunities will begin to come to you. Okay? But the thing here is this. You have to be in control of your mind. You have to be self-aware. You have to realize when the lower part of yourself is knocking and saying, hey, don't do it. You're not going to make it. Hey, stay little. Don't rock the boat. We are getting rid of that type of thinking. I also want you to go back to your early childhood memories, because your inner child is the one that you need to think about. The inner child is the one who is, when your inner child is healthy, your inner child will be confident. It will take risk. It will go forward. It will make things happen. It will move freely. But if your inner child is wounded, if it's traumatized, if it's suppressed, if your inner child is going through all those things, you're not going to have the confidence to go towards a new opportunity. You're not going to have the confidence to let go of a lame relationship. You won't have the confidence to change and become new. You'll be reliving the past and reliving the trauma. Okay? So look, what do you want out of this life? What do you desire? Okay, this is what you have to ask yourself. If you need to make a vision board, a Pinterest board, a journal, whatever you need to do, get very clear on what you want out of life. And then I want you to think, what in my immediate surrounding is in conflict with me reaching these goals? Who in my immediate surrounding does not support my goals? Who in my immediate surrounding do not pour into me, right? A lot of times we start to settle for less because the people around us is pulling at our energy. They're siphoning our energy. They're sucking us dry, and we don't have anything to give ourselves. So we begin to feel depleted and drained, right? Who around me is not attributing to my growth and my development? Who around me wants me to be in a box? Who have put standards on me? Who have labeled me and made me feel like I can't be more than what they think? Who around me requires me to shrink and be small? Who around me treats me less than I deserve? Ask yourself these big questions and then open your eyes to get the answers. And when you see these people, you know what you need to do. It's not about arguing. It's not about getting in conflict and confronting people and getting mad at people. It's not about that. It's truly about pouring back into yourself, removing your energy, and elevating your spirit so that you can go to the next level. Inner work requires work. Researching who you want to be, looking up what it looks like to live the life you want to live, to become the person you want to become. There is no more settling for less. Do you understand? Settling for less is out. If you are with me, let me know in the comments, okay? We have to be determined. We have to be resilient, and we have to be strong and courageous. It's not easy, but it's worth it, okay? It does not matter how old you are, how young you are, how many times you have tried, how many times you have failed, how many times you have pursued and didn't get the result. It does not matter. Do you understand? It does not matter. What matters is that you do not give up. What matters is that you hold the vision of what you want and stop settling for less. And in this process of not settling for less, you cannot be being counterproductive, saying that you want the world to treat you like the royalty that you are, but you're treating yourself less than that. You cannot be raising yourself up on a throne one minute and then tearing yourself down in the next. You have to be aligned. If you say you want to be treated with royalty, with love, with honor, respect, you have to give it to yourself first, right? It sometimes is hard because you want the people around you to validate you. You want them to love you. You want them to pour into you. But baby, if they can't and if they won't, no big deal. The responsibility is yours first. And then you watch how it shifts the environment. Some people get mad at you altogether because you get to shining, looking good, feeling good. What you happy about? What you shining for? They start turning their face up. There you go. Mission accomplished. You've already risen. You've already went to the next level. It's not for you to sit there and entertain somebody's jealousy. It's not for you to sit there and entertain somebody's hate or dislike for you. And you better not shrink to think that you're supposed to pull back or that you're doing too much. No, you rise. You continue to rise. You continue to grow. Don't get complacent, okay? It's all about leveling up. We have so much to learn in this life. We have so much that we can heal from and grow and evolve into. But none of that is possible if we settle. Do not settle for less. Because, baby, you deserve the best. But you got to believe it. Okay? You got to believe it. I can tell you all day that you deserve the best. But it's you who got to make it happen. It's you who have to change your environments, change your thinking, change your habits to support the best outcome for you to be your best version. I love y'all. I do. And I'm just sending y'all strength, courage, and love on this journey. Because there are so many people in this life who will tear you down, who will knock you down and tell you to stay down. But it is truly a gift to know someone who will be there to pick you up, to raise you up, to pour into you and tell you, baby, we do not settle. It is about the rise over here. Until next time, I love y'all. Keep taking care of yourself because you need you the most. It does not matter about anybody else or what anybody else is doing. You need you the most. So keep doing the work. Healing is possible.